What up? What up, my guys, man? And Kevin Hart watched this show and stole that shit from me. Obviously, it's not my song, but he said, you know what? I saw Jay Money's show, and then no, I'm just messing around with y'all, man. But I do it a little bit better than Kevin Hart, but I still like whenever that commercial comes on, man. But shout out to everybody in the chat, man. It's all love. Hope everybody out there living life, everybody doing well. Hope you had a great weekend. Stay safe, all that good stuff, man. Let's get straight to it in this one. I'm not here to waste your time, man. We got a couple games, and I'm here to talk about it. And I didn't even get a chance to get the banners. So I do have the banners. Let me see. No, I didn't even get a chance to do the banners, man. I was doing another show, man. But y'all know how it is. Quick 10-minute show. I'm going through it's 2 games, 2 playoff games as well. You can go through stats. You can go through all that shit. None of that matters. It only matters who's going to win. You see what I'm saying? So let's get straight down to business in this one, man. Let's go over to the streets of Denver in this one. I got to roll through to this game. I need the Nuggets to win this game. Y'all know the favorite at the house, losing game 1, game 2, absolute bounce back spot. I like the Nuggets in this spot. It's the spot that I'll take regardless. Now, I'll be honest with you. I mean, the Timberwolves, they can hang with the Nuggets. You see what I'm saying? But like when you're in the playoffs and you're coming off a sweep and you win game 1 and you've covered 5 straight games against the spread, it's really tough to cover 6 straight spots in the NBA playoffs. Can it be done? It's very possible, but it's something I want to note about the Wolves here. Anthony Edwards is absolutely balling, and they have 3 guys that they can throw at Jokic, and I'm not sure if the Nuggets are going to be able to get out of this series. I'll tell you that right now. You see what I'm saying? But this is an absolute home run spot for the Nuggets here. First off, you get bounce back, you get desperation. On the other side, you get a little bit of comfortability as well. You see what I'm saying? You get a little bit of like, oh, okay, we already like a little bit of exhale for the Wolves here, where they already stole one. They got home court advantage in this one. If they win both games at the house, they'll be in really great position to win this series if they go up 3-1. You get a sense of a little bit of complacency as well. You see what I'm saying? So the Nuggets are going to come out here and punch these guys, in my opinion. And the Wolves, first off, they got off to a very good run, 18-4. Anthony Edwards was making crazy shots. The Nuggets weren't really playing defense. But what do we see throughout the game? We've seen the Wolves all season kind of have like a bad offense going like late into games, crunch time, which they did really good versus the Nuggets, but the Anthony Edwards dribble, not passing the ball, and stagnant offense, that's gonna come and hunt them at one point. I feel like if they get smacked up in this game, it's game 2, game 3, game 4, they're gonna notice that we got to move the ball a whole lot more. We're gonna have to get the ball in Michael Conley's hands and actually run some plays. Karl-Anthony Towns and guys, the Anthony Edwards holding the ball the whole time and then taking the shot, which he hit some tough shots in game 1. I was loving it. Like I wanted the Wolves to win that game. It was absolutely love it. Nas Reed came through and looked out for us as well. He cashed everything. The 3-pointers, the points and rebounds, the PRA. He cashed everything in that second half. But I noticed something with the Wolves. Like they were really pissing me off in that game. Anthony Edwards has to start to pass the ball. And one thing, the Nuggets are going to double team him, guys. I was saying all game, we got to take Anthony Edwards' assists under next game, because he's not even looking to pass the ball, but he's not going to have a choice this game. I think that what the Nuggets are going to do, they're going to make sure that Anthony Edwards doesn't beat them himself. They're going to double team him, maybe even triple team. They're going to make somebody else beat him. Do the Wolves have other guys that can knock down shots? They do. Michael Conley, Karl-Anthony Towns, Nas Reed as well. They have other guys that can do it, but I think the fact that Anthony Edwards is not going for 43 points here once again, he hit some really tough shots one-on-one. This game, the Nuggets are going to make sure that they're going to make sure that somebody else beats him. So I actually think that I had to rethink it. I actually think Anthony Edwards' assist probably goes over, especially if it's like at 3.5. Y'all let me know in the chat what Anthony Edwards' assist is. I think it has to go over today because they're going to force the ball out of his hand here. But this is a bounce back spot for the Nuggets. I will take the home team here that lost. This is a bounce back spot in the first quarter. If you could get down 18-4 and you weren't ready for what the Wolves were throwing at you, and you could still go out there and cover the first quarter, I definitely think they get it done in this one today. Now, there was a few different places. Like you could have got 1.5. It's up to 2 everywhere. Now, I know yesterday there was actually a 1.5 out there, like minus 120. There was a 1.5 minus 115 at DK in the first quarter. But even minus 2, all right, with the Nuggets in this one. And it's one of those cases to where I do like the Nuggets to win this game. It's one of those cases, if they just so happen to not win the first quarter, you'll get a better line for them in game. Does that make sense? You can take the first quarter. If that one doesn't cash, then you'll get like a -3 or something like that, for depending on how much they're if they are there. I don't fucking see it, but you can see it. Let me see. It's at 2.5. They say it's at 4. It's at 5. Now, come on, y'all got a lot. It's a lot, man. What kind of books y'all got? Tasha says 4.5. E10 says it said 5.5. Edwards assist. Tori says it said 4 on his book. Tasha says 4.5 at -182. Nard Ho says it's at 2.5 there. You see what I'm saying? So that's a little crazy there. But I feel like his assist, it's not something that I bet, but it's just something, just me talking out the game. You see what I'm saying? I feel like he's gonna be double teamed. He's gonna have to pass out of those double teams as well to the shooters, and obviously got to knock down the shots. But it's just the way I'm looking at it. I know what the Nuggets saying, bro. We can't let Anthony Edwards go absolute fucking bonkers on us once again. You see what I'm saying? So he went for 43 in first game. I see them double, triple teaming him, making sure somebody else beats him. Now the Wolves have 3 guys that they can throw at Jokic. It did kind of bother him as well. Gobert, which he was actually kind of scoring on Gobert. Naz Reid actually did one of the best jobs on Jokic because he can guard him out there on the perimeter, but also when it gets down low as well, he's banging with him down low as well. Karl-Anthony Towns can guard him on the perimeter, but can't guard him down low. Rudy Gobert can guard him down low, but can't guard him on the perimeter. So it's crazy because Naz Reid props once again probably gets there because like they're gonna realize this is their X factor, man. I know his PRA is up to 14.5, and I said if he cashes in the first game, then it's gonna go up. But he's a really important piece for the Wolves for this whole series. He can guard Jokic in the perimeter and in the paint, and he can hit threes and get rebounds. He's getting assists, all that, man. So I can't talk you off Naz Reid again, but I'm on the Nuggets in this game. I took them first quarter, -1.5, -2. And I put some on them full game as well. Money line, put a little something on them 5.5. I'm going to this game, man. I think the Nuggets, I think I've went to 3 games. They haven't lost yet when I went to the game. You see what I'm saying? So I said, you know what? I'm gonna put some on them, and I'm gonna go to this game just to try to just to give them a little bit more. You see what I'm saying? A little bit more incentive to win this game, man. I'll have the Let's Get Some Cash shirt on. Y'all look for me on TV. You know I'm sitting. I think I'm in row 5 today, my guys. But Nuggets for me today. This is a spot that I'll take time and time again and live with the results. Home team down. This is what I've taught all you guys from over the years. You know what I'm saying? When that home team loses their first game, it's supposed to be a trifecta spot the next game. But I know the Nuggets haven't been really coming out well in the first quarter. They know that they got to throw the first punch, but we've also seen the Wolves come out a little bit slow in some games as well. They didn't really do it versus the Suns, but in this particular game, I do expect the Nuggets to throw their adjustments. It's going to take an immediate impact, in my opinion. You see what I'm saying? If the Nuggets want to win, you got to come out and smack them. And last thing I'll say about this game, the Wolves have the best defense in the league. I know there's money coming in on the under, but I feel like the Nuggets are going to push the pace. We saw them do it in game 1 off of a miss. Remember when they went on that, what they go like on a fucking 18-0 run or something like that in the first quarter? When they went on that run, Wolves missed, Nuggets pushing the ball, and the Wolves couldn't get back down the floor fast enough. You see what I'm saying? So that's the recipe to success. Whether it's a make or it's a miss, the Nuggets have to push the pace before the Wolves get their offense, their defense set up. So I wouldn't be surprised if Nuggets went over their team total. I wouldn't be surprised if the Nuggets had a really good offensive game and this game went over the total, be honest with you. But I'm rocking with the Nuggets in the first quarter and in the full game as well. Absolute bounce back spot. And just like I say, if they just so happen to not cover that first quarter, you'll get a better line for that full game. But I'm liking the Nuggets in this particular game. This is a bounce back J spot. This is a desperation J spot as well. Nothing is guaranteed, but I do take these spots every single time, and I live with the results. And you're gonna be up like 70%, at least 70% just over time. See what I'm saying? Like that's why you don't get mad for one loss. It's all about over time. And this shit cashes like 70% of the time, man. So Nuggets first quarter and full game for me, my guys. Let's go over to the streets of New York in this one, man. Knicks laying 5 points at the house versus the Pacers in this one. And I think this is a spot for the Knicks in the first quarter, man. I want to lean their way full game as well. I kind of want to watch this series, get a good feel for it. You see what I'm saying? But this is how I'm looking at the game, man. I got to catch this game as well, man, because you just kind of got to watch this game to see how the matchups go. The Pacers, I feel like sometimes like they get a little fat. The Pacers are a really great team, like bouncing back. You see what I'm saying? You saw it in the Bucks series as well. They lost in game 1, got smacked in the mouth. They bounced back in game 2. And I can kind of see that same thing happen in this series. They won game 3 at the house, then lost game 4 Did they lose? No, they won game 4, but didn't cover the spread. They won the overtime. They could have lost. They should have lost to the Bucks in game 4. But I believe they ended up winning though. And then game 5, obviously they got smacked at the house. Then they closed it out in game 6 at the house. But the Pacers are the type of team where they're a young team and like they're like a reactionary team. So I'm saying when they're coming off a bad loss, it's like, all right, come on, let's play, let's ball. But they're coming off a big win at the house. Now they're going to New York. This is going to be a lot different for both teams because the Pacers have a lot more potent offense than the Sixers did. See what I'm saying? Even though they had Maxey and B and some guys, the Pacers have a lot more potent offense and they run at a faster pace as well. But they're also not as great as a defensive team as the Sixers were as well. You see what I'm saying? They got some great defenders over there, but guys like Halliburton, like you telling me Brunson going up against Halliburton, that's not a good matchup there. They're going to make sure that they try to put somebody else on them, but Brunson like, no, whoever Halliburton on, no, come on, pick and roll. Come here, Hallie. I got something for your ass. I know I'm shorter than you, but we finna let these braids fly. You dig what I'm saying? So I do feel like this is a Knicks first quarter spot. And I'm at the casino last night talking with my guy. He like, man, I like Knicks in the first quarter. I'm like, you know what? I kind of like that right there, man. First off, because the Pacers are going up against a much stronger defensive team. Like it's both teams here where the Knicks are going up against a little bit worse defensive team, but a much better offensive team. The Pacers are going up against a light years better defensive team. Like they just went up against an old Bucks squad in Ellen who still like had some guys offensively. Now they're going up against a very balanced Knicks team, and they're going to see a lot better defense, a lot stronger defense. Like these guys are finna be all over the Pacers. I'm not sure how they're going to react to it, to be honest with you. So I told my guy, I'm going to sprinkle a little something on that first quarter with you, that Knicks first quarter with you, to be perfectly honest with you, because I just feel like it's going to be more of a shock to the Pacers with this Knicks defense. I know that they only play 7 guys, and I'll tell you straight up, guys, I think the Knicks get out of this series, but like I wouldn't be surprised the further this goes on, because remember, the Pacers are going to try to run these guys off the floor. The Knicks guys, even though they're well conditioned, this is the playoffs, they've been playing heavy minutes all season long. All playoffs long. Tibbs, especially since Bogdanovich went down, they're only playing 7 guys. I do think that he might be able to get to play guys like Alec Burks in this series. You got to at least go to 8 guys. You can't be running 7 guys run up and down the floor at the Pacers. So it's going to be interesting to see if Tibbs continues to only run 7 guys out there, because I think they could potentially, like if this goes 6 or 7, like they could potentially run out of gas in this series, man. So Knicks, we should see the Knicks get out of this series. I'd be surprised if they didn't, but just keep an eye that these guys are starting to like look a little bit more banged up. But I'm targeting the first quarter here for the Knicks. I think it's going to be a huge shock for the Pacers going up against from the Bucks defense to going up against this Knicks defense as well. And they probably just like, damn, we got out the first round a little bit happy. They go up against the Knicks squad. I think they're 2-2 versus the Knicks this year, but this Knicks team in the playoffs where they can actually play that heavy defense, you know what I'm saying? Guys like OG Anunoby, he's going to be up against Siakam. They're going to have guys down low that's packing the paint, getting the rebounds, guys on the perimeter, Josh Hart, DiVincenzo, you see what I'm saying, Brunson. These guys have defenders, man. You know how TJ McConnell plays for the Pacers coming off the bench? That's how everybody plays for the Knicks. You see what I'm saying? So I think it might be a little bit of a shock the way that the Knicks plays the Pacers defense on offense, and I feel like that first quarter is the top spot in this particular game, -1.5 for the Knicks. I'll sprinkle a little something on there. I think the Knicks in the first quarter come out here, my guys. So first quarter, Jay is back. We've been kind of hitting these first quarters, man. Let's keep it going in this particular game. So to recap for me, I'll put a little something on Knicks in the first quarter. It's really my guy. I'm gonna ride with you on that. He kind of, you know what I'm saying? Not that he talked me into it, but he just kind of got me looking at it a different way. I always do things with my own thought process, and I'm like, all right, I'll put a little something on Knicks in the first quarter, -1.5, and also Nuggets in the first quarter as well. I don't know if you can still get the -1.5 at DK, but even -2. I like the Nuggets in the first quarter in this one to start this game off. The adjustments is going to come in the first quarter. You're going to see them throw. You're either going to see them put Aaron Gordon on Anthony Edwards, or you're going to see them double team him. No. Hell no. Get the ball out your hands. Somebody else going to have to beat us. You're not going for 25 first half points. I expect a lot better defensive effort from the Nuggets in this one. The favorite coming off a loss in game 2 is a spot that I'm going to take every single time. I'll take them in the first quarter and in the full game as well. The spicy Nuggets today. I hadn't said that in a while. I'll have my light blue on. I think the Nuggets get the job done today, my guys. I'll be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, man. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody in the chat. It's all love. It's all positive vibes. Hope y'all having a great day. Hope you have a great day. I hope you cash all your bets. Take those bookies to Smack City, man. Hope y'all had a great weekend. Being safe out there, man. It's all love. See if you can find me on the TV, my guy. And then light blue, let's get some cash shirt. It's all love, man. I'll be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. Let's get this cash, my guys. Us against the bookies. Let's go, man. Let's have a good day. One time for the one time. We out, man. Let's go.